Hello and welcome, everybody. I'm, of course, your storyteller, Wyverian, telling the story of Deviant the Renegades, Children of the Plague. I am joined by...
Hi, I'm Charistoph, playing Rick Maybank.
I'm Livespark, playing Andre.
I am Pooter, playing Alice.
I am Essence, playing Desmond.
I'm Gandhi, playing Adrian.
Alright. So, where we last left off, with the majority of the group, you guys had retreated to, what was it, one of the waterfronts to find a large opening into the sewer, was it not? Or did you guys just climb down a manhole cover, so?
At least find a storm drain to hang out in for the moment.
So, as you find a suitable location, we'll just refer to it as that. What is the first order of business for the three? For Alice, Rick, and Adrian?
So, do you want to call the others, or do you think they're a little bit busy right now?
How far away did we go? Like, would we still be able to hear sirens somewhere?
Right now, with the level of chaos that has been caused...
Okay, sirens everywhere.
Yeah. So, maybe not specifically those sirens, but you can certainly hear sirens. There's just no escaping that at this point.
Well, they're either still driving, so probably don't want to pick up the phone going, in a high-speed chase, or they've been pulled over and arrested and the cops will pick up the phone.
I mean, I don't need a phone to get in contact with them, but I don't want to distract them if they're driving.
Can you
I feel like only Andre will get arrested. Desmond will probably be able to get out. It's just a lot of him to catch.
Still, even if we could contact them, do we want to?
Was my next question. They stayed behind with that weird guy.
That is a fair question.
And for those of you that don't remember, Alice is not speaking with her lips. She's speaking directly into people's minds at this moment.
Should I be going like this?
Just refreshing people's memories.
Now get the index cards out.
I still have them somewhere.
Don't.
The state of their allegiances, is that the word I want here, is in question. Again, I don't know how you two feel about that individual, but I think you've probably figured out how I do.
Oh no, I think I feel the same. From what he said, it sounds like he commissioned us and did not intend us to have working frontal cortexes.
It just gives me the creeps.
So did these people that did this to us, did they just blatantly ignore his orders?
No, I thought he wanted us lucid. Didn't he say if he puts more pressure, then we get stupid?
I don't really remember.
Yeah,
It
it's
sounded
hard.
like it was an accident on his part, though.
Like I said, it's likely it was a case of underestimating what the government could do.
Adrian, also around this time, you do still feel your manticore twitching on your shoulder.
Yeah. So we're just like in a storm drain. Like, I mean, this obviously isn't a great spot to set him down, but
Totally sterile.
yeah. Well, I mean, all right. We won't set him down. We'll take him off the shoulder and kind of, like, hold him and just kind of hold him there and like
Cradle him. What are you doing?
I'm just gonna, look at him and like, and I'm very concerned about him after that.
He is still covered in yellowish, whitish pus.
Can we
Sorry
can
about
we
your bug dog.
brush it off? Is it like sticky or?
It's what you would expect us to be. So yeah.
Some like rainwater. I can kind of not sterile, but
There's a certain viscosity to it.
Yum.
we take like a pocket knife out and try to carve it off. Like what's the? No.
I mean, if you given enough time, you can clean it off, whether it be by hand or with a little bit of the drainage water.
Then I will probably be doing that in the meantime.
As you guys are
Continue to
conversating.
talk. Yeah. But no, obviously I don't want to cooperate with that individual, and I would honestly love to see him be reduced to a pile of whatever he's made up of, but well, it doesn't seem like that's going to be very feasible. If no one else could even move, then I'm not even sure how to begin dealing with the problem.
No, that was something else. I don't. Do we just like set him on fire or something?
You'd have to set a trap for him, because if he sees us coming, he could just freeze us in place, and that's endgame there.
Alice, what happens to things when you delete them?
She shrugs. They disappear. I don't know where they go.
Also, wasn't that a relatively new variation that Alice
It
developed?
was, yeah.
Oh.
I don't know exactly how it works, but it works, apparently.
Is her hand missing still?
Her arm is back, but the entire sleeve is gone. Like it was deleted. So you can actually see all of the markings up on her arm now.
Okay, so we all look homeless now. All right.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, they have to go somewhere. Things don't just disappear.
As
You know what happens when you split things? You split an atom, you get a bomb.
Well, I'm glad they didn't explode.
Might have solved a couple issues.
And we would be gone too.
Might have solved a couple issues.
As you continue to clean up your little manticore, the wounds are still there. They're still visible. However, there is now a white fibrous tissue that seems to be slowly... It's moving. You can distinctly see it moving, and it's creating small little bridges, and you can see it's pulling the exoskeleton together as if it's attempting to mend it. But it does seem to be a very slow process.
Right. Well, doesn't look like you'll die today. At least your body won't. He's mumbling to himself.
Loud enough for the other two to hear?
I mean, we're probably sitting a couple feet apart, so most likely.
All right.
But, I mean...
Well, I don't want to spend all day in here. What do we do next?
What's the plan, then?
Do you
The
wanna-
city's currently in a hot pursuit for the other two. I'm sure there were cameras that probably saw us. If not cameras, I'm sure that the lovely folk under the Pentagon have already figured out who we were. I mean, they went after us, their team went silent, and now there's chaos on the news. Do you really want to go walking outside? We could at least wait till nightfall. I know this isn't very pleasant accommodations, but...
Do we have an idea for what we want to go next, or want to go do next? Like, do we have someone we want to go after that we know the location of?
I mean, I don't have an exact location, but remember when I said that, oh, crap, hold on, I need to remember the name. I wrote it down. Jasmine, the one in charge of my program, she was doing something else. Portals and such.
Your brother's also MIA, isn't he?
Yeah, he's, well, not MIA. I heard that CPS are trying to get in contact with me about him. I don't know what they want. We were both kids. What could they do?
It's suspect that they didn't let him text you back directly.
Maybe he didn't want to. What'd you do to him? I mean, weren't you two like, you know, Gemini?
Very charged question. What did you do to him?
He's not one with words, alright.
Didn't I already explain this? I used telepathy on him and he didn't like it.
Oh,
Did you do
sorry.
the Nietzsche thing?
Busy morning.
What was that?
What did you say some Nietzsche stuff to him?
Nietzsche?
I don't know, some philosopher or whatever didn't like existence. I don't know.
Yeah, did you flip into your life doesn't matter mode to
That-
him?
Wasn't me.
That's not Nietzsche either.
Yeah, no.
Rick has
Was
an
it-
intelligence of 1.
Wasn't he just like God is dead, ego, death? Like, was it? Irrelevant, sorry.
Irrelevant.
It's fine.
Speaking of the other voice inside Alice's head, it speaks up. So, you want to go after her? And meet my brothers then, eh? I can show you the way. You can feel all the gates.
Is that just to Alice or is that through the connection to them?
I would say the symbiote doesn't know how to use the connection. So it would just be to Alice.
Did before. That's my.
No, it didn't.
Yeah.
How did? Yeah, did. That's how they know about the
You
nihilist.
you repeated some of what it said aloud.
I
Did
don't
I?
recall that happening.
You did.
I thought it spoke to us.
Yeah, Alice repeated some of what it said.
Whatever, you're storyteller. Sorry.
Okay. Yeah, I don't remember exactly, I guess. Okay.
It was like 3-4 weeks ago.
A while back.
Yeah.
So, I have a way to track the person who created me. Apparently, not the Pox guy, but the one who directly created me. I really think that she doesn't even understand what she's doing.
Well, they're all connected, so might as well start somewhere.
Do you think? Well, obviously they didn't know exactly what they're doing, but do you think they could help you weaken that connection between that Pox thing? If they did it, they might. I don't know. Could they I don't know what happened to you, I'll be honest. I don't know if it's a matter of just cutting something out or if the damage is already done.
I don't know either. They would know, but I'm hesitant to ask them because if I do, and they say yes, that's just more poking and prodding and weird stuff.
Well, don't ask them. I'll hold them over the side of a building, and they can tell us.
Yeah, there doesn't need to be a conversation. It can be an ultimatum.
Oh. Okay. Well, that's something we could do.
I mean, unless they are just cooperative and want to talk, there's always that option, Believe in the good in people.
The voice snakes in your head once again, Alice. Then let's go. And you get urged. It doesn't take control of your legs, so to speak, but it definitely gives you the urge to start walking in a direction.
Okay, so do I need to resist this urge?
Do you not want to go in the direction where it wants to lead you? Or
it's more of a, do we want to go now or later?
Well, okay, I will state that it is leading you further into the sewers, so to speak.
Oh,
So
okay.
It doesn't plan on taking you above ground. At least it doesn't seem like it at this time.
Okay. Well, at least I feel like it's pulling me this way, deeper into the sewers. At least we make it follow that until it wants us to go above ground. Because I don't want to go above ground immediately, especially with all the chaos happening right now.
All right, can either of you see in the dark?
I mean, I've got my phone. Turn on a flashlight.
I've just been assuming these are flip phones.
I mean, you can still open the screen.
Are you
He's
think
so
Adrian's not
fancy.
using his own phone?
He still has his own rich, fancy phone. It's probably how they've been tracking it. He still has it.
It's fine, there's probably no reception down here.
I'll put it in airplane mode anyway.
On that note, we're going to get back to the Fast and the Furious.
ETA.
So, where did we last leave off? I remember you guys jetted down a side street just fast enough that the cop blew by it, but the cop didn't lose you. It's just one of those things, he couldn't turn fast enough.
He fell back in the chase, I think.
Yeah, exactly.
So we did lose 2 out of the 4 cops who were pursuing us. And if we don't, I imagine if we don't lose this one, we're probably gonna get a lot more.
Oh, well, quite frankly, you hear the retreating sound of their siren, but you do hear at least 12 other sirens going off in the city. You guys would be at least somewhat aware. You would be aware that there was assault rifle fire in the streets. The city's in a tizzy, so to speak.
Typical DC.
Rick was also in the transformation state there for a little bit, so there's probably some military response. I'm not sure how law enforcement would respond to a lizard octopus type 9-foot monster thing. I think the military would probably be brought in.
Or I think it was just a crackhead.
We've planned for this.
Does the Coast Guard come in?
This is the day we've planned for.
The police.
He said I was mad.
So, since you have the lead in the chase, I am going to ask you a question here. Where are you guys heading?
I don't think Andre's got a particular destination. He's kind of just making this up as he goes along.
We're just trying to lose them so that way we can keep our guns and get into the rest of the group. Oh my gosh.
Those are Adrian's guns.
Exactly.
I rightfully looted them off the dead.
Yeah, we're trying to protect your gun.
It's Law of the Jungle here now.
Urban jungle, man.
See, without a definite point, you guys are kind of lost in the wind.
We could lose them in traffic. DC traffic's horrible. So, maybe...
Andre,
we'll just keep going, trying to cut through back alleys and lose them through sharp turns.
All right, give me a drive check.
Oh.
I can
Yeah.
assist some. What, dexterity? Or
It's dexterity drive.
I've got nothing in drive. I am taking something in drive after this. No, nothing. Sorry.
Alright. Here we go. For another willpower. Oh, fun.
Oh.
It's better than nothing. We're still in the chase.
This cop has miraculously found another shortcut and has been able to get right behind you. And actually, at this point, I need an immediate drive check again. Desmond?
Sure.
As this guy, he pulls he's attempting to pull the classic pit maneuver.
Ah, no.
Oh no.
Hit me.
Oh.
One success.
One success. Okay. He is not going to spend a point of willpower on this, so just roll.
Oh. Alright, it's alright.
However, that is enough of a success to cause you to skid off to the side, and it's enough that, unfortunately, your car is going to go into the sidewalk, and you're going to lose momentum and be at a weird angle, unless you want to go into a building.
Is going into a building an option?
I mean, I've got an image of a chase through a mall, so.
Not without significant damage to the vehicle, but it is something that...
I mean, like crashing it into the building.
Are we going through glass or are we going into
Yeah,
concrete?
we're going to glass or concrete.
It would be glass and steel.
Yeah.
So it would damage the vehicle, but it is pretty thin steel, so it's one of those things. The car would
It's
probably...
gonna be majorly dented. It's not gonna work anymore. Probably not.
I'm gonna.
You do hear the megaphone sound. Step out of the vehicle with your hands in the air.
No.
I'm going to use a merit here, which I need to
Ooh.
check.
Within the next couple of moments, both of the cops have stepped out of the vehicle. You know, they're still behind the doors of the police car, guns leveled. Step out of the vehicle with your hands in the air.
I'm going to reach out and I would like to use armed and extremely dangerous.
Okay, that is a very specific deviant merit, if I'm not mistaken.
It is. Would you like me to give you the rundown?
Yes, please.
Okay, so an unusually bloody escape from the conspiracy, and as a result, agents of a conspiracy who encountered the deviant. I mean, it's without having prepared themselves for the confrontation, suffer the beaten down tilt when they realise their predicament, unless they outnumber her and her allies by at least the rating of her highest magnitude variation.
What's your highest magnitude variation?
2.
Okay, they do not outnumber you, but I would say for this to work, I will allow it to work, but you've got to make some sort of show of force to show that they don't know what they're dealing with.
In here, I am going to reach out and I'm going to say, they hear the voice in their heads and say, "You don't know who we are, but this is your chance to turn around, go home, see your families, and tell them that you love them." And just eyeball them as
All right. So you're stepping out of the vehicle as well?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so give me whatever your scar power would be for that ability, plus intimidation. We'll see how well this goes over.
with which attribute?
Whatever your scar power would be for your ability to speak into their mind.
So it's scar intimidation. Okay.
Yeah. Scar power plus intimidation. Yep.
2.
All right. They look over at each other, very clearly confused. Desmond, are you still in the car at this point?
I am, and I'm just sort of wigging my way back into the back seat near the rifles in case I need to start shooting.
Okay.
And probably split off my last clone into the car as well. So in case I do need to body swap, I can definitely do that, because chances are if we do get in a firefight, at least I want a clone that I can just inhabit and make the original. So I can still live.
Fair enough. I would say probably even from the back seat, assuming you're looking out the back window, you could see that these cops are now a little bit unsure of themselves. You wouldn't have heard the message Andre sent into their mind, but their fingers are still ready to pull the trigger. They're not sitting on the trigger, though. They're just at the ready. They are now conversing with each other in hushed tones. Andre, if you want to roll a perception check to overhear what they're saying.
Could I do that too?
I would say...
Or is it just more for him because he has
he's outside of the car, is the thing.
Oh, okay.
1?
Mm-hmm.
You're able to get bits and pieces of it. They are talking pretty low. What the hell was that? That's not normal. Who are these people? One of them speaks up. We don't want any trouble. Just get down on the ground, put your hands behind your back, and this can go peacefully.
And as I will kneel down. And as I kneel down, I say, "You know the problem with guns. Sometimes the ammo clips just fall out."
And there's you don't need to activate that ability, correct?
Not on inanimate objects, but I will happily roll. If any of them make a move, I'm going to go for a full-on grapple, psychic grapple.
Okay. So.
And I will, say something to Desmond in his head of, "Please tell me you have a plan, because I really don't know what I'm doing here."
Does Desmond know what he's doing?
I'll flip a coin. There are two things that he could do.
What and what?
Shoot at them or shoot them. Alright. We're gonna shoot. He's gonna grab one of the rifles in the back, splitting off his copy. Give him a rifle too. And we're just gonna start really unloading as soon as we see that the clips fall out.
Full auto?
Full auto.
All right, give me those 2 attack rolls. No defense. They are... Well, let's see if they survive this. Because yes, Andre unloaded the clip. However, everybody knows there's one in the chamber.
But I will. I'm happy to try and actually grapple one of them.
Well, let's see if they survive gunshot or AR fire here. They do have your standard Kevlar vest.
Oh, okay.
Full auto is plus
3.
3. Okay.
But you can subtract 1 from each additional target you want to target with the same shot.
However, he has a clone, so he doesn't really need to do that.
Yeah.
Well, you could both do it and get a minus on metagaming.
Metagame.
Got his own little personal army in there.
Alright, there we go. Plus 3. That's...
So that's a 1-3 armor.
So, for rifles, it's like, what? A 2 base? Or a 1 base?
Or it's 3 or 4.
I think for assault it's a 3. Let me confirm.
3.
I'm pretty sure.
So that's like 4 damage and 6 damage, and they probably have some body armor too.
Yeah, assault rifle is damage 3.
Also 9 again, as I recall.
Oh, and 9 again?
No, I think it's just shotguns.
Shotguns.
Yeah,
Okay.
shotguns get 9 again.
Never mind then. I was wrong.
Okay. So that's, you said 4 and 6.
6. 4 and 6. As like total raw damage.
Yeah. So, one of them, I'm going to say it's the one your clone shot. Your clone's not a good rifleman. Let's just put it like that. And
Right.
the body armor absorbs the vast majority of it. The one that you shoot, however, you have quite a bit more success with. However, let me see here. They just took lethal damage. They're mortals. They're going to suffer the beaten down tilt. However, they're still going to attempt to pop at least one shot to give themselves a little bit of cover to get back behind their car doors. Let me go ahead and just get their 2 rolls here. I doubt they're going to do very well.
And so I think...
I would like. Sorry. This is going. I would like to dodge as mine.
Okay, go ahead. Are you sure you want to dodge and not grapple? Because you'd be sacrificing your grapple here if you dodge.
I'm just gonna. By dodging, I'm just gonna roll under the car. Our car, not theirs.
I think the car also serves for me and as cover as well, so it's like a -2 or so.
Yeah, I think it would be a -1 since it's just for at least. Are both you and your clone in the back seat, or?
Yeah, we're both in the back seat.
Okay, I'm gonna do -1 because it is a clear window.
Yeah.
But there is definitely some cover there.
One success.
That's yeah.
You can take some lethal.
That'll be fine.
Oh,
Ooh, my.
Terrible roll. Oh, that's bad.
that's 4 damage for one shot.
My goodness.
8 lethal damage total from the. How?
Ooh,
8. How is it so?
American police is too powerful.
8
Please.
lethal split between
How's
2
it-
people, maybe.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
I was going to say.
8 total, but split off.
Oh, I thought
So
it
it
was
just
8.
depends on who they shoot at.
They were both because they took the car's window as a penalty, so they were shooting at you and yours, Desmond.
Oh, never mind.
His dodge is a -1 to one of those damages.
They weren't shooting at Andre. They were shooting where the gunfire came from.
Oh, okay, never mind.
That's why I was very clear. I was like, "Are you sure you want to dodge?" Like,
Are you sure about that?
It's still the smart, safe option,
Yes.
so I don't blame
It
him.
just depends. Okay, so just
Yeah.
where did the bullets hit? Is all I'm gonna say.
how much health do you exactly have? Because that is 8 lethal. I have to ask this. That's not comfortable.
8. That's 8.
So you're full lethal.
Yeah.
Roll.
Of course, one of the bodies will be fully cool. I could just switch to a different body
Yeah.
and make them the original. In which case, that body would just disintegrate because it's already full of lethal.
I would actually. I'm gonna say that it's gonna be split between you and your clone. The reason I'm gonna say this is because they're not gonna be completely coherent to focus fire one target at this moment, so it wouldn't make sense for one thing to take the full 8.
Sure.
So both you and your clone take 4 damage. That means your clone immediately disintegrates, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so you still take 4 lethal damage. I would say it probably just strikes roughly center mass in this region. They don't dome you, not with 4 lethal.
Ugh.
And
You just kind of hear the Minecraft. Oof. There you go.
and they've now used this time to take cover behind the door, and they're shouting for backup. You know, officer hit, officer bleeding. We need assistance at this location.
Are they,
Assault
are they
weaponry.
behind- Are the doors open? Are
Yeah, the door's open. They've taken cover.
Slam the door shut. I want to slam the door shut.
Okay, I am gonna give them something to resist that.
Sure, yeah.
Dexterity plus athletics. They're not in range of wound penalties. One does not. Okay, so the driver, the one that took the most damage, is able to get away from the door in time, but the other one gets kind of slammed back into the car. Roll me magnitude and scar power here for damage.
That's 4. One.
Okay. He only takes 1 point of bashing damage, you know. It's enough. It doesn't really hurt him. It's enough to jostle him, though.
Yeah.
You've been jostled, sir.
At this point, I'm just trying to cause enough panic that they don't actually know what's going on.
Yeah.
It's playing up to that kind of like.
Yeah, no. They're at this point. They don't know where their clips of ammunition are. They are just calling for backup, and you know, occasionally the one that was able to make it away from the door has now taken up position behind the car and is occasionally poking his head out to watch you or to make sure that you guys haven't, they don't need to give chase. They are 100% asking for SWAT.
That's fine.
You're like, it makes sense. It makes sense.
Desmond, tell me you're okay.
Are we speaking telepathically still? Or
that would have been, but
okay. If he could respond with that magnitude of your variation, he would say, hitting my shoulder, but fine. I'm fine. Not the first time I've been shot.
You run.
I can.
I say we run.
All right, grab a rifle and let's go.
Gotta climb out from under the car.
I'll roll out towards where the clone is like dissipated and grab the rifle with that one hand.
There were a total of 3 rifles, were there not, Adrian, in there? 3 or 4?
There was Touchstone and then 2 grunts, I think, so
yeah.
maybe 3.
Yeah, so 3 rifles. You just want to leave the 3rd one in there?
I'm not going to open the car and give him more time. I'm just going to grab the one that's on the ground.
Okay. And where are you guys booking it to?
What's nearby? Can we do perception?
Yeah, roll me perception.
Perception.
3.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Nothing. I'm shot.
You're in pain. I makes some level of sense. You're just like, ow, this being shot really sucks, I could see that making it a little hard to find places to hide. Oh, sorry. I'm pulling up a map of DC here.
Where's just the nearest hiding place? Or
Yeah, no.
The sewers.
Oh, are we jumping into the Potomac?
I mean, the Potomac is probably an option.
Oh, but it's gonna stink. All those chemicals in there.
I would say you're... Oh, no, you're definitely not there. But you're not too far from Lincoln Park. So, generally speaking, looking at more of a commercial type district rather than residentials. So you've got stores, you've got a couple of cleaning places nearby, the Wine and Butter Cafe and Market.
Probably more staying away from anything.
So,
where's the least populated area nearby?
Oh, that unfortunately is not a great. I don't have a great answer for you there because you're kind of in the middle of everything, so to speak. So there isn't, unfortunately.
Okay, I reckon go through a store, preferably kind of a big one that probably has multiple exits and that kind of thing.
All right. As you book into it, you guys have your burner phones on you, correct?
I don't.
Yeah.
I got rid of my last one.
Okay. Yeah, I remember that.
Well, after I have a burner phone that I have not used.
Yeah.
Because I remember I crushed the last one that I used.
Yeah.
So would you have a new burner phone?
Probably.
Andre?
No, because the last call I made was on that phone, and it was where to meet them, where everything went down. So,
Yeah.
Okay. That burner phone, Desmond, begins to ring loudly.
Oh, of course it does.
I ain't got time for that. We need to go.
It rings 6 times, then 7 times, then 8, then 9.
Someone wants to call you.
Yeah, it seems like your phone's gonna keep ringing until it's answered, oddly enough. However, we're gonna cut back over to our sewer friends.
We are dwarves.
So, you guys have been meandering the sewers for at least an hour now. It's been tough going. It has not been pleasant by any stretch of anyone's imagination. However, whatever is leading Alice has been very careful not to bring you guys up to surface. Which has led to some awkward situations of having to make kind of leaps of faith, you know. It's not been fun. However, it's finally at this point where it essentially says, only way to go now is up. It does give Alice the warning and urges her upwards, but it's not forcing the situation. It's just letting her know that you are where it wants you to be. You just need to get up out of the sewers now.
Okay. So I'll send that out. This is as far as we can go underground. We need to go up now. Is there a manhole cover or some exit somewhere?
There is an exit of some sort. It is not a manhole exit, though.
Oh.
It is more... You can definitely tell this particular area is 100% capable of supporting workers and the like. It's not like having to get down on your hands and knees and crawl through the filth like you had to occasionally.
Mm.
This is definitely, as you look up, you can see the ladder on the side. Roll me an intelligence check, actually.
Okay.
Adrian and Rick, you can go ahead and do the same.
Any others or just intelligence?
This would just be intelligence.
Well, I mean... no successes. Really? Rick.
The person with 1 intelligence.
Rick, if you had to guess, this is definitely... Don't want to say a business, but this is definitely... This is going to lead you directly inside of a building. So it would have to be some sort of building that for some reason would occasionally need access to the sewer system for some reason.
Okay. This probably doesn't lead out to the surface. It probably leads somewhere indoors.
So is there a gate or a door or...
It's one of those more square doors. It's not a manhole cover. It is definitely... I don't want to say like those basement doors that you see, you know, where they fling open like that, but it's essentially a metal version of that.
Okay.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
So it's not a grate, it's a door.
Yeah, it is a door.
Okay. Any light peeking out from underneath it?
You mean from above it?
Wherever.
There is a little bit, but it's not enough for you to be able to tell anything.
Okay. Alice will approach it. Is there a handle?
Not on this end, no.
Well, then how to open it?
You would push.
Push. She pushes slowly.
Doesn't appear to be locked. As you slowly push it up, roll me perception.
Okay.
Since Alice is the rungs of this ladder aren't going to accommodate more than one person at a given time, so
1 success.
the room that you are looking at is industrial maintenance type room. You definitely see a lot of cleaning supplies. You see a lot of heavy machinery type stuff. Also, those below would also notice as soon as Alice opens it up a little bit, sound comes flooding in. It is quite loud, especially, it's not as loud for Alice just because her head's outside of the sewer now, but the echoes in the sewer cause it to be a little bit more deafening. You can definitely hear what sounds like a boiler room. You hear just all sorts of industrial machinery type stuff. So you definitely are in a maintenance back room type area.
Okay.
So if this building's open to the public, well, the public ain't allowed here.
Are there any other people that she can see?
Not that she can see in the room at this time. That doesn't mean that people won't come in, but there are none here right now.
Okay. Is it a large room?
It's large-ish in the sense of physical space, but there isn't a lot of room to move because there's a lot of stuff in this room too, and you can maneuver in it, but it's probably not a comfortable living space if that's what you're looking for.
Okay. So she'll describe what she sees. It looks like a maintenance storage room, boiler room. I don't know. It's pretty loud. I don't see anybody here. I'm going to head inside and take a look around. So she's gonna climb out carefully. Are you guys gonna stay there for a bit while I look, or are you coming up?
I think I'm coming up.
Does smell better than in there.
That'll be a moment.
I'm just
Adrian's
going to
gonna-
activate brachiation and jump up through there instead of taking the ladder.
Wait for me to get out the way.
All right, give me that activation.
Oh my.
What does an exceptional success on that actually do here?
It heals a minor instability and gives a willpower back, I believe.
Does superhuman attributes affect scar rolls? Activation rolls?
That's
Or is
success,
it
but also heals minor instability.
Oh, wait, you're right. Extra stats from superhuman attributes don't apply to scar
I
finesse.
can't remember if it's only resistance rolls or if it's power rolls too.
It does not apply to derived traits related to that, but all of my stats are tied to social scars. I mean, all of my variations are tied to social scars. So I'm not worrying really about my base strength.
Well, because you rolled 7 scar finesse, right?
Yes.
Okay, wait, that should be fine then. Because finesse is...
The very superhuman attribute. Yeah, it never affects the calculation, including the activation of variations using the remade scar.
I think they're just confused of how you have 7 scar finesse.
Yeah, where did the 7 scarfiness come from?
So magnitude of the brachiation is 3. Magnitude of the scar. Wait, no. Magnitude of the brachiation variation is 3. Scar power is 3 because I have a presence of 3, and then +1 for acclamation.
Acclamation and magnitude are already rolled within that, though.
Yeah.
The math doesn't check out, but I don't care. I'm not the story.
Yeah. Moving
Let's
on.
just continue. Yeah.
Yeah, just go.
So, well, you leap up and heal a minor instability.
Yep.
Adrian, you were gonna do something before you headed up?
Yeah, he's gonna backtrack and find a place to put down the bug because he's not gonna carry it into wherever this is. Cause
The best place to set down the bug would probably be in this, not up the ladder, but in this kind of more main area, because otherwise you're probably having to set it down in like sludge. At least this, you could put it on concrete where it's not sitting in sludge.
There's no like concrete ledge down the sludge tunnel.
Or maybe a pipe along the top.
Yeah. I just don't want to put him right here because this is obviously probably a well-traveled location, you know, if somebody were to walk by.
I wouldn't call anywhere in the sewers well-traveled, honestly.
But in comparison to the rest of the sewers, this would be well traveled.
Even then, I feel like you're stretching the usage of the word well-traveled.
Fit for human travel.
All right.
It's fine. We'll just put him down here if whatever. We'll find a spot to put him down and
make your way up.
I gotta give him my little pep talk first of don't succumb to the, plague command, right? No, I mean I'll keep it very brief. He, set him down and just kind of, I don't know how conscious you are right now. I guess I really never knew how well you understood me, but you did. So.
No.
Right. So. Let's keep it like that, all right? I don't know. I guess you were separate. I mean, I just don't want you to have to listen to that individual, right? I tried to help, but whatever is stitching you together right now is something else. You might have been born of the same sickness, but you're also born of whatever I am. You're not just you're not like the things up north. I don't know what level of human crawled out of me with you, but I want you to keep it that way, alright?
It's able to kind of right itself now and stand on its legs. It doesn't do this very quickly. And it just kind of makes some clicking noises as if to agree.
We'll fix it all together. I have faith in this. Just stay with me. But okay, stay here, you know what I mean? Give it a pat on the head.
It does kind of move to a location that is kind of more off into a corner where it can reasonably kind of curl itself up and blend to an extent.
Well, Adrian's gonna probably defeatedly, just like, this, I really hope it doesn't go badly. And I guess he'll make his way up the ladder.
As you ascend and reach the top of the ladder, who all has their burner phones? Or
Well, I have
just their
mine.
regular phones?
So I don't recall Alice ever throwing one away.
So, that all three of you do then?
Yeah.
All your phones begin to ring.
You have just finished listening to this week's episode of Deviant the Renegades, Children of the Plague, part of the Domain Gaming's Contagion Anthology, written and told by Wyverian. A special thanks to you, the listener, and if you wish to continue supporting us, subscribe, like, and share. As always, comments are welcome. Until the next chapter, don't stop asking yourself, is there forgiveness for the murderer that birthed you?